It's coming out that the mental health company, Betterup, where Prince Harry has a high-profile job, isn't exactly the picture of well-being internally. Apparently, staff are calling it a toxic train wreck, which is pretty concerning, especially given the company's focus on mental health. Prince Harry has been working with Betterup since 2021 as their Chief Impact Officer. His role is supposed to be about guiding the company's social mission and being a champion for mental fitness. He reportedly gets paid just under £800,000 a year for this. However, it seems there's a big disconnect between the company's public image and what's actually happening behind the scenes. Current and former employees have been using Glassdoor, a website where employees can review their workplaces, to express their dissatisfaction with Betterup. One review claimed the company is run by an elitist club of leaders who lack morals and self-awareness. It doesn't sound like a very healthy work environment. Over the past 3 years, Prince Harry has often appeared at Betterup events and on live streams. Just last month, he was seen with a former NBA star, talking about mental health and helping people find their flow. He's also visited their fancy offices in San Francisco and Austin, which boast things like office dogs, yoga studios, and comfy armchairs. It seems like they try to create a relaxed and supportive atmosphere. But according to these employee reviews, it's all just a facade. Back in October, a former employee described Betterup as a literal circus, saying the company is a mess. They claimed that the executive leadership is completely disconnected from the rest of the staff and engages in strange trips and excessive spending. They also mentioned that the company's strategy is constantly changing, and teams are constantly being reorganized. This former employee also brought up the issue of favoritism, saying that certain employees are allowed to do whatever they want, bypassing all normal procedures and being promoted to high-level positions regardless of whether they have the necessary qualifications. These favored employees apparently go straight to the founders whenever they don't get their way, and they're never at risk of being laid off. This situation, according to the reviewer, can allow one person to completely derail a project involving over 700 people. It sounds incredibly disruptive and unfair. This whole situation raises some serious questions about Prince Harry's involvement with Betterup. He's supposed to be advocating for mental fitness. But if the company itself is creating such a negative work environment, it makes him look a bit hypocritical. It's almost like he's endorsing a product he doesn't fully understand or care to investigate. It also makes you wonder if he's simply in it for the money and the prestige, without actually caring about the company's internal culture. This isn't a good look for Harry, especially considering his public persona as a champion for mental health. He's often spoken about the importance of open communication and supportive environments, but if these allegations are true, Betterup is falling far short of those ideals. It also makes you question his judgment. Did he not do his due diligence before partnering with this company? Or is he simply turning a blind eye to the problems because it benefits him financially? This whole situation is a stark contrast to the image Betterup tries to project. They present themselves as a forward-thinking company that cares about its employees' well-being, but these reviews paint a very different picture. It suggests a lack of transparency and a disconnect between management and staff. It's also quite damaging to their brand, as it makes them seem disingenuous. The fact that Prince Harry, a prominent advocate for mental health, is associated with a company accused of creating a psychologically unsafe work environment is particularly troubling and raises questions about his commitment to the cause. It seems that the Sussexes are constantly finding themselves in situations that undermine their carefully crafted public image. They seem to jump from one PR disaster to another, and this Betterup situation is just the latest example. It makes you wonder if they ever learn from their mistakes, or if they're simply destined to repeat them.